Hey, what's up, my friend? If you are just starting in your Filipino martial arts journey, I want to give you one simple drill that I give all of my beginner students. And you can do this one drill across different categories of kali: single stick, double stick, espada daga, and the staff. So grab your gear of choice and let's have some fun. When it comes to kali, or Filipino martial arts, also known as arnis or eskrima, there are 4 fundamental strikes that you absolutely need to know. And these 4 fundamental strikes will transfer to all the other areas of kali. And I want to share a few of those with you so that you can explore these movements, explore these strikes, explore this drill, and you can have some fun exploring different areas that kali has to offer. So our first strikes I start everybody off with is our diagonal strikes, because they have so much leverage and they're very powerful strikes, both at long range fighting and at short range fighting. And we take our fighting stance. If you're right-handed, have your right foot forward. If you're left-handed, you could start off with that left foot forward. That's fine. Basically, we want the weapon out in front of us. So from here, we're going to strike down what's called our angle 1, followed up downward by our angle 2. Then we're going to come up on the angle 3, and then up on the angle 4. So all of our odd numbers, our forehand strikes, our even numbers, our backhand strikes. So we have our 1 and 2, our 3 and 4. So we're striking basically down an X on 1 and 2, and then up an X on 3 and 4. Now when we're working with our single stick here, I like beginning everybody off with these full range motion strikes. So we're starting from this full chamber position and striking all the way through the full arc potential of the strike. But feel free to shorten the strikes as well, because sometimes you need to strike with some speed, and sometimes you need to strike with more power. So it's very important to play around being able to strike both large strikes, or really full range of motion on the arc, and then also these little short manipulations for speed as well. So give that a go on your single stick, and then we'll go ahead and work it on our double stick. On our double stick, we have a specific striking pattern that allows us to cover all 4 of these diagonal strikes. We get to cover all 4 of these pockets. So we're going to start off in our chamber position, right side. You can start this on the left side as well, that's fine. So from here, right stick is above the right shoulder, left stick is down next to the right hip. And I'm going to strike what's called a V strike, just like this. So it's almost like a fluid like we did on the single stick, except for I'm going to strike it and then pull it back to the right shoulder. Okay, very important that we do that on the double stick. Now from here, my left hand is going to strike up, and then my right hand is going to strike this broken 2 and rechamber it back. We call this the standard 6 strikes right here. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Left hand is going to strike that V strike, pull it over to that 2 chamber, come up on that right hand, and then hit that broken 2 on the left hand right here. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes. So we have 6 strikes. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes. So even though we're covering the 4 quadrants, or the 4 diagonal strikes, now with the double weapons, we have 6 strikes instead of 4. Okay, so work this out if you need. Let's go nice and slow here. Done this one a few times on the YouTube channel, but it's always good to revisit the basics. So from here, we're going to strike 1, 2, 3, chamber it, 4, 5, 6, chamber it. One more time together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and then just gradually work on getting it nice and smooth, speeding it up gradually over time. We can do the same 4 strikes on the staff, and we're going to work with the bangkao grip right here, which is the dominant hand is palm up, and then the complementary hand is palm down. We're also going to work this on the dula grip, which is the oar fighting, we'll have both palms down. They're also sometimes known as the reverse grip on the staff. So from here, we're gonna strike down on our angle 1, our angle 2, up on our angle 3, and then up on our angle 4. So from here, you're gonna see it's exactly the same strikes. Striking down the X, and then up the X. Now, of course, you could work this also in the doula grip or double palm down. It's exactly the same thing. So striking down angles 1 and 2, up on angles 3 and 4. And last but not least, we have the Espada Daga, or the long weapon and the short weapon. So the stick is going to do everything exact same. Now you can replace the stick with a sword, preferably when you're starting out a training sword. But the stick is going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be striking down and up on our angles 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to apply, we're going to kind of insert some movements of the knife. We're going to strike our angle 1, and then I'm going to pass the thrust on the dagger. I'm going to strike my angle 2, and then I'm going to either jab or thrust the dagger out right to the center. I'm recovering the center line here. And then I'm going to come up on the angle 3, up on the angle 4, and then we're going to come to a low jab or a low thrust right there. And then it starts all over again. So we have our 1, past the thrust, 2, there's that jab or thrust on the dagger, up on the 3, up on the 4, and then low jab or thrust on the dagger right there again. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. 7 movements total if you want to count the knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes in the beginning when you're learning these types of drills, it's a good idea to know how many movements are there and then count, so that way you make sure that you have them all. Because if you only counted 6, then you know you missed something. If you count 8 or 9, then you added some stuff. Not always the end of the world here, but we want to make sure that we are learning the drills accurately. So we can give this a go right here, just working the basics on those diagonal strikes here. You can even kind of accordion your training with these. Just kind of go 2-minute rounds, have a little stopwatch or a little timer or something like that, and you can kind of alter every 2 minutes, alternate between these different areas of Kali with this drill. And this is going to help to really understand and build the idea of the transference of skill. When we learn something, a method or combination or some tactics on one weapon in Kali, we can then transfer that exact skill to all the other areas of Kali. If you have any questions on this, feel free to leave those down in the comments or head over to KaliCenter.com and send me your question via email. If you're on Instagram, you can give me a follow at Kali Center, and you could always private message me your questions there as well. So if you are brand new to Kali, welcome. This is a really cool art with a lot to explore and have fun with. And just remember to have fun in your training. If you're getting a little frustrated, this is one of the reasons why I like to train outside. Just get some fresh air, get some sun on you, heat, cool, whatever it is outside. Breathe and just enjoy the process of training. Which of these areas of Kali is your favorite? Single stick, double stick, staff, or Espada Daga? Let me know down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're brand new to the Kali Center channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And check out our online school over at KaliCenter.com. Got the link in the description. First link in the description. We have a lot of great training that we offer inside of our online school for our members as well. All right, have fun. See you next time.